that was a little stressful. And is this the second time I'm filming this video because I formatted my SD card and Sony cameras don't allow you to recover files from formatted SD cards even if you have expensive software? Yeah. But I love filming videos for you guys, so welcome back to another episode of If you don't know how this series works, basically you just drop a comment below on these videos, and the next time I go to record an episode of this series, I read your comments and I respond. It's a little internet chitty chat between you and me.
It's a good time.
So today we're gonna answer some questions first from YouTube and then from my Discord server. You can join for free if you want a bunch of camera friends, opinions on your work. Do whatever you want. Either way, thanks for being here. Let's get into the questions. Wilroy Media says, I just picked up a Sony FS700 and I love the results regardless of the camera's age. Could you post more videos about some older cinema cameras? It's actually a really good point. A lot of people in the camera YouTube space, myself included, are always trying to post about the newest, the freshest camera gear because that's what gets views and clicks and money, that kind of thing. You gotta play the game a little bit to make a living on YouTube, but it's also cool when you talk about older cameras. That's why I started that retro review series, which isn't necessarily just like retro cameras. It's basically about cameras that are not relevant at the moment. And I definitely plan on making more videos like that. I'm trying to get Philip Bloom to join me for a 5D Mark II, so maybe go pester him in his comments. Aaron Miller Media says, I love your over-the-top ridiculous editing. I don't know what you're talking about. Very refreshing in a world of wannabe Peter McCrannons. Just for this comment, I'm gonna put my Cranon hats back in stock. I took them off for a while because they weren't really selling, but maybe I'll put them up for a week if any of you guys wanna snag a Cranon hat. Shit. Rarez says, A7S III is good, Canon R5 is good, but they ain't got the hashtag Fuji juice. No Fuji juice? No flavor. You know what, I agree with you, you're right. This is the X100V. I did a street photography video on this a little bit ago. And Fuji does, they just have that special flavor that no other camera brand has. My favorite part is the JPEG film simulations. I'm getting a lot more into that. It's just fun to go out and shoot, like get a film recipe from the Fuji X Weekly website, just go shoot some JPEGs, have fun with some friends. Like, to me, that's what I loved about starting photography a long time ago. It was just actually going out and being with my friends, but we happen to have our cameras. I think Fuji supports that idea really well, at least in my life, and sounds like in a lot of your lives as well, so. Fuji forever, yeah, yeah, hell yeah. Travel Eats says, best third-party batteries for Fuji, question mark. You know, I can't lie, I only have the Fuji batteries. I just have a couple of them for my X-T4. So I can't give you a personal recommendation, but maybe somebody here watching the video that has some third-party Fuji batteries, maybe you guys can leave a little comment for Travel Eats and help them out. Above It All says, I've been absorbing YouTube videos for a couple of months trying to make a decision on my first good camera. I've been stuck on the X-T4 for most of the time, which is how I discovered your channel. That's really awesome. Thanks for joining us here in the Fuji Juice cult. I've recently been leaning more towards the Lumix S5 and would love to know your opinion or even see a comparison. Frick. There are a lot of people that really like the S5. I have nothing against it. I think it's got some quirks for sure. And I just think some of Panasonic's technology is lacking. But you have to remember, I'm coming at it from like a YouTube video creator perspective. A lot of people that are getting the S5 don't need the autofocus and they don't care about the 4K 60 crop. Personally, if I were to choose, I would go with the X-T4 just because it's a little cheaper. It's got 4K 60 with less of a crop than the S5. And I actually like the APS-C sensor because you can adapt a bunch of different kinds of lenses. You could do X-mount lenses, EF mount, full frame EF mount. That's what's cool about that APS-C Super 35 sensor size. You just get so much variety with lens options. So that's my recommendation, but evaluate your needs and the work you do. Make your decision based on that because they're similar in price. So hopefully that helps. Samuel T says, I was wondering how I can raise my freelancing price. I'm 16 and starting freelancing 2 years ago.
Holy crap.
I've worked with over 50 clients and made over 1,500 videos and 50 films. And have even been in 7 film festival. However, I get people to pay over 200. Is this something that will change over time or do I need to just stop settling for lower paying work? One of my mentors in this creative space has taught me a little bit about this stuff. If you're overworked and stressed and trying to make more money and you're getting a lot of clients, you could essentially double your rate right now. And even if you lose half of your clients, 50%, you'll make the exact same amount of money for half the work. Okay, think about that. Now think, if you're a good person and you're fun to work with and you're just like a good business person, you're probably not gonna lose half your clients. The odds are you're gonna work less but make more money and retain clients. And even if you lose some, you're gonna keep making more money. And then basically you can just raise your prices exponentially over time, as you make more work and you get more busy, just bump it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? My dude 217 says, Zach doesn't answer the DMs anymore, crying emojis. The Discord is honestly the greatest way to get in touch with me, but also these Q&A videos is another good way. How's that XT4 1.2 update for overheating going? I'm missing the Fuji vibe and overheating was literally the only reason I left. I didn't even know there was a firmware update. The person you trust with Fuji information has no idea what's going on. Clueless. Just Pixelating says, please take this question for next Q&A. Okay, which is a better camera? Sony a6600 versus Fujifilm X-T4. Requirements: overall a good camera for product videos, photos, also street portraits, and YouTube. I would hands down go with the X-T4, especially because it has the flip screen, and I just think the image looks better. There's not the crazy rolling shutter that the A6000 series has struggled with quite a bit. And you get 4K up to 60 frames per second, the beautiful Fujifilm simulations. My cat's scratching my door trying to get in. Let's see what he's up to. Oh, he's so excited. Sometimes I have to lock them out of my studio because they chew on my cables. Say hi, Tommy. Chill, please chill. Just chill, just chill. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. I was saying, the Fuji X-T4, in my opinion, I've said this a bunch, but I still think it's one of the best hybrid mirrorless cameras on the entire market right now. Just the bang for buck that Fuji provides with that camera, both for video and photo, is just amazing. Next question, Video Hummus. Zach, which camera is better for my specific needs you know nothing about? X-T4, M50, Z1, R5, C500 Mark II, T2i, Motorola Razer. Oh, that's definitely the answer. Where the frick did the question go? When will you learn that your cameras have consequences? Or Alexa Mini. Also, my budget is $420.69. Hey man, first of all,
that's epic.
And second of all, Motorola Razer as your monitor on top of the Alexa Mini, that's gonna give you the highest dynamic range, the best exposures, and easily the most epically shots of the photography videos. So hit it up, do it up, and send me that cash. Darren Tam, Fujifilm X-T4 videographer, says, you should have way more subscribers. You have that camera conspiracy humor, but also some really good sample cinematic footage to go with it. Well, I've been watching a ton of your videos before buying my X-T4, so it's only right that I hit you with that like plus. Hold on, dude. Subscribe. Ow! Keep it rolling, Zach. Biggie fan. Dude, you can't come into my room and then immediately want to leave. Don't work that way. Thanks for commenting, Darren. Really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm pretty ACDC right now. OCD? What is that term? What is it called? Attention deficit disorder. ADD?
Here, Zach. I forget.
ADD. It's a real thing. Call 1-800-ADD-DDDD for help.
Double VP, the frickin' admin of my Discord, beautiful son of a gun, says, so I keep hearing you talk about some camera camp. What are the dirty deets? Well, we are actually having our very first meetup on October 31st, Halloween of this year, at Cumberland Park in Nashville, 1 p.m. It's a real thing, Camp Kinotika. If you wanna come join the camera camp and hang out, really the only thing you have to do is subscribe, so pretty easy to do. I personally would consider it, but again, you have to. Bucket list projects, please. I wanna do my own mockumentary TV show someday. Who do you think is the biggest booty in the Discord?
Oh, that's JP for sure.
This question is a banger. You've used the X-T4, tested the GFX 100S, and your daily drivers, the Sony a7S III for video. If you could have a dream hybrid camera body for photo and video, what would Zachy Boy's most essential specs for practical usage be, and why? Honestly, at this point, I think I would just take the Sony A1, but put a flip screen on it. The A1 has all the photo punch of the A7R IV for the most part, and all the video punch of this camera, the A7S III. The reason I would go with this camera is I would love to actually experiment with 8K so I can like do all my zooms and shit. Like I'm fine with destroying my footage for memes and stuff, but it'd be fun to at least experiment with 8K and zoom in and everything. And then obviously the flip screen is for stuff like this, you know, like setting up a frame of myself. I would love to have you join the camera camp, the Zachy Mayfam. So just hit subscribe to join. It's really easy and really fun because there's great people here in this community. Head to the Discord if you want to talk directly with me or make some cool camera friends. And I love you very much. And I'll see you in the next freaking video. Fart sound effect. Bye.